Now, what is this about? Between all these Warrior uh, videos coming up lately, and now Booker T done said something. So what is going on here? Let's check this out.
Over the course of the 1990s, former WWE star Ahmed Johnson rose from obscurity to a role on television in front of millions of viewers each week before it all fell apart. Wrestling fans who watched WWE in the mid-90s will likely harbour memories of Johnson, but it doesn't seem very likely that the former WWE Intercontinental Champion has a Hall of Fame induction waiting for him in the future. Part of the issue is that many in the industry don't appear to think very highly of Johnson. One of those individuals is WWE NXT commentator Booker T. For a brief period, Booker T and Stevie Ray were joined under the Harlem Heat umbrella by Big T, which was Johnson's WCW moniker. Johnson had left WWE the previous year and spent some time in the rival company before it collapsed in 2001. And according to Booker on his podcast, Johnson is considered persona non grata based on their experiences together. Booker's harsh words were sparked by recent comments Johnson made regarding his time in WCW, with Johnson claiming that Stevie Ray asked him to be his tag partner as a favor because he was having issues with Booker at the time. Booker pushed back on this and proceeded to speak on his issues with the retired wrestler. Additionally, Johnson recently claimed that Booker never liked him because Johnson became close with Stevie Ray while Booker was in prison.
No, I remember he talked about that 2 or 3 times. I think he said, didn't he say he didn't really want to come in WCW because he wasn't in shape like he was in WWF. And then on Stevie Ray's channel, he said he met Ahmed back in the 80s. So if he met him back in the 80s, they known each other close to 40 years. So, what's going on? A lot of this stuff is confusing and I don't know. It just sucks that a lot of these guys don't get along. But, again, like you said, to the fans that's wrestling, to them it's work. So, everybody ain't buddies. I know that, but I'm just, damn.
Ahmed Johnson, he's made a lot of claims that, and I just want to clear him up. He said, when he came into WCW, my brother and I, having problems to refight. My brother got him in to help him make some money. That was it. I saw Ahmed Johnson about 2 months ago at the airport. I was on my way to Florida, and I walked up and we made eye contact. He looked at me and he smiled. And I turned to the left and I went to the counter and I proceeded to get on the plane. I didn't even speak to him. I didn't even acknowledge him because he's a notorious lying, low-down piece of you-know-what. And that's the reason I did not even acknowledge him. That if Ahmed Johnson is doing conventions and stuff, man, if you want to, say something about this, because I'm sure he's going to hear about it. I'm not gonna ever acknowledge him because, like I say, he's a lying, low-down scum. I'll never acknowledge him, but if he ever acknowledged me, I would definitely proceed. I just want to put that out there and say that this guy, like I say, he's a notorious liar. He said he played for the Dallas Cowboys. He said he was in a gang. If he played for the Dallas Cowboys, anybody from 85 to 95, go look on any scroll. And I'm not going to even call him Ahmed Johnson anymore because that's not his name. His name's Tony Norris. Okay? That's what...
I don't know. He plays some football, but he might have had I guess if you have a tryout, technically you're not on the team. But if he had a tryout, he still was a part of it. Like Lesnar had a tryout for the Vikings, right? I've heard about that about 4 times. So if he had a tryout, Master P, I think he had a tryout with I forgot what team it was. I can't remember, but yeah, you never know. But as far as the gang stuff, he talked about that before a couple of times, and then those beatings and stuff. That's nothing that I don't think he made that up. That's nothing to play with. He said at 13 he got the hell out of there because getting hot water thrown on you over some damn hot dogs. That's messed up. I don't care what nobody said. That ain't funny right there. Cooking something to eat and your pops getting angry. But this I don't know what when you want to take sides because I'm just hearing this stuff wasn't there. So but, these guys just don't get along.
What his name is? WWE owned Ahmed Johnson. Okay, he's not Ahmed Johnson. He's Tony Norris. Like I said, if I ever see him, we'll deal. If he wants to say something to me, but for my part, I'm never going to acknowledge someone like him because I know what kind of person I am, and to hear someone like him disparage me. And let me go back one more time. You say that we didn't get along in the wrestling school that we went to. We both went to Ivan Putski's wrestling. And
yeah, you see, y'all went to wrestling school.
I did have a kerfuffle with Ahmed Johnson at the wrestling school because we were doing practice. And I was doing hip tosses on victory rolls, stuff like that. And he wanted to practice power bombs. That's hey, look, I don't practice power bombs. And he got hot about it. He got a little bit hot about it. And I think I checked him that day and told him, hey man, you got a problem with me, I'll be outside. Like, I think my brother. And he pretty much, said, nah, we squashed it, whatnot. But I never had a problem with Ahmed Johnson. I never disliked Ahmed Johnson. And me personally, I don't even know where he's getting half the stuff that he's saying. But then again, I do because I have to take a break. He's a notorious, lying, low down piece of what.
Oh boy.
I'm not on my
Again, he said I can't remember what interview it was. I see he's done a lot of interviews lately. But he said between Booker and Stevie Ray, he was always closer to Stevie. So they was cool back in the day, and that was it. So but Booker T doesn't really care for him. I don't know what they butted heads or something in the school. They said, but and all this stuff. So, oh boy, it's something. But like I said, wasn't there and outside looking in, and everybody in the business, everybody don't get along. Like the punk stuff now. They're making it seem like everybody hates Punk. He's got some friends back there. Yeah, they trying to say he's no good. Stay away from him and this and that. It's like, yeah, well, like I said, I don't know the guy, but because he said FTR is cool with him, but the elite and everybody else don't want him there. So they probably threw a big bash when he got fired, but it's okay for the other dude to be a smart ass and make smart remarks, but Punk can't say nothing. I guess I know they say sometimes let it slide, but everybody ain't a let it slide type person. So they're letting it slide. They might let it slide once, but the second or third time, that's it. So, but yeah, the point is everybody don't get along all the time. But yeah, hearing this stuff is crazy. I don't know what believe, man. Because I'm a fan. I'm a fan of both guys. Same thing with talking about the Nation and stuff. Talking about the Nation beat him up and ran him out the company. I was like, I don't know about all that now. I know I wasn't there, but all right, come on now. But like I said, I'm a fan of all of them. So it's frustrating to hear shit like this. But anyway. Everybody don't get along sometimes. It's the way it is.